Shout out to the lifers. Welcome to the greatest stream on earth, brought to you by I Trust Capital, Decrypted.tax, and Houdini Swamp, the greatest sponsors on earth. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to the whole team. Jamie. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Master Friend, Jay, the editor, my wife, the coachee, and everybody behind the scenes making this stream happen. We appreciate you. We love you. And shout out to all the lifers who are making gains out there. 66,670. Let's break it down. Let's have some fun. And let's enjoy our lives. This is the Crypto Lifer Show like nothing you've ever seen. Let's break down that intro. Let's keep it moving. Bang, bang, bang. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So nice to see you. Thank you for jumping on in. It was really nice that you came on in today. I didn't know how many people would show up. You know, I was sitting there, I turned the light on. I opened the open sign, and I was sitting inside waiting for people to come on in. And, you know, you're all here. So thank you so much for jumping on into the live. I appreciate you. Grab a seat. We have some hors d'oeuvres on the side if you want to grab. We got some lemon water and some iced teas over there if you want to jump on in. And, yeah, blessings on blessings, everybody. Thank you for being here and jumping on in. We appreciate you and we love you. All right. Moving forward to the live stream. Bang, bang, bang. One thing I could do, make it a little sharper. Is that better? Make me a little blue. Bang, bang, bang. All right. Okay. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's jump on into Bitcoin. 66,560. We have Fed Day today coming at us. Let's take a look at when Jerome Powell will speak. It will be at 2 o'clock today. First thing we got to do is put that lemon into the water, get ourselves situated, and get going, baby. Today is one of the greatest days of our lives. Let's go. Can you believe it? We hit it so good, baby, to the upside. This morning, hit some 2 quick little trades. Nothing huge. But again, that lemon in the water tastes so good, and that 200 SMA on that 1 minute hits so good, baby. So we have a Fed statement today with the Fed's fund rate. And it's very likely we know what the Fed's fund rate will be. But you never know whether it be a surprise shocker with a rate cut. You never know, but it seems like it's going to be a nothing burger with a flat rate. However, he may bleed into the September cut. And so we're waiting September 18th. What it looks like we may actually get a cut. We will get August off. That's why I love this moment. We get 1 month. I love when we get at least a month off from Fed Day. Oh my gosh. So we will have a month and a little bit of a breakito, right? Where you can have a burrito, all right, while you're waiting. And then there's your Fed Day. But it looks like we're going to get a rate cut. You know what I mean? 87% chance. You know, it was 94 before, though, so we'll see. We will see. Now they're taking more that we might get a double rate cut. I mean, 12% just came in. We'd never seen that before. They grabbed some because this was 90s, and you think it would have went the other way. No, they took that 12% and sent it over here to the lower side. I mean, that's something that I've never seen before, kind of leading into some ideas. And again, it's how many people are long or short. I sat with CME it's funny, I sat with a guy that works for the CME for like an hour, and he told me how to trade options, and we talked options, and I sat with a bunch of traders between the ages of 50 and 60 years old throughout the conference and just learned, including my neighbor who told me he'd been in the markets for 40 years. You know, I'm surrounded by older men that have been in the markets, and they continue to tell me and help me. And so I'm on this other, and you should be too, on another plane, looking for people older and wiser than you, so they can game you and get you on another level. But this is a big deal, the Fed meeting today. If you're not privy of it, I want to make sure you understand that it makes the market move all sorts of crazy. I wanted to see if YouTube would notify me of the stream like it's supposed to, but no notification. Good thing I don't need it. Just wanted to let you know. Thank you for God blessings. Well, YouTube was having a bit of it looks like they're just doing some updates. If you can see the beautiful new outlook for YouTube, you can search with your voice now. I don't know if you guys noticed that. The platform actually is, I like it. It looks a little nicer. So, or maybe it's a Brave update. Maybe it was a Brave update that you can search with your voice, but it seemed like it was a YouTube update. Maybe I'm wrong. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I do not mind. Shout out to Master Friend for the $69.99. All the way back at you, buddy. Thank you so much for that love. And he says, Giver's Game, we love you, Sammy. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything, man. May God bless for you and all your hard work and everything that you bring to the table. All the people that you help. You know, it's funny. I woke up this morning and I said, if someone were going to hand me 60 grand today to not stream, would I do it? And I said, no. I said, if someone were to hand me $100,000 today just to not stream, would I do it? I said, no. I said, if someone were to hand me $1 million today not to stream, I probably would think about it. All right, I have to make some excuse, but I would think about it. I would think about it. You know what I mean? I feel like I'd have to take that milli though. You know what I mean? I don't know. But definitely not for 100 racks. I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? I have to be honest. For a mil, I might, but I don't know. I have to be honest. Like, would it be worth ending my streak just because someone was going to pay me to do so? I don't know. I think I care more about my streak than anything else at this point. I'm in love with it. You know what I mean? I'm more obsessed with the streak than the money. And it hit me so hard this morning. I said, dude, you did something amazing. I said, by becoming obsessive compulsive with something other than money, you were able to find a way away from the money hungry feelings of life, you know? Anyway, look at this. Bitcoin to 68,000. We put this out April 12th of 2023. If you remember, back when we were down at 30K, and we said 68,000. Look at this. Bitcoin to 68,321 by May of 2024. It's one of my crazy predictions, and it didn't go exactly as planned. It went sideways, but you can see it hit. And we definitely at least went to where I said it would by that date. Pretty crazy, right? Anyway, all these crazy predictions I have on my profile. If you want to jump on into my profile, the predictions are pretty cool. I make a bunch of them all over the, different times, and they go on for a year and a half, and all this fun stuff. Anyway, it's just interesting. All right, let's break down Bitcoin. We had these beautiful pumps to the upside, followed by beautiful dumps to the downside. It's been a wacky ride. We got resistance by the 15-minute 200 MA. Wanted to see if we could play that to the upside with the stop loss short right there, like really close, and no love. Rejection by the 200. See how the 200 rejected us so evenly? We had the shoulder, head, right shoulder, broke out. Retested the neckline of the inverted head and shoulder. And this is kind of where we stand right now for BTC. All right. What happens if they cut rates today? The market is not pricing in. Humbleness left the chat a long time ago. Shout out to Adam D. We love you, brother. If that's your purpose, then that's more important than money. Most don't realize it's not the money, it's the journey. Amen. 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 I've seen your show almost every day, and I'm not a Crypto Lifer member, but I do follow here, subscribed, and always liked. I want to share you about it here. It's, oh no. No, there were some issues with WEEX because they thought people may have had their things compromised. Don't worry. You will contact whoever underneath my link, and you'll be taken care of like a buttery piece of bread, bro. Humbleness left the chat alone. Wow, Adam D, what a hater. God bless you, Adam. Want to put you on timeout for a little bit. Hope you can come on back. Or maybe the guy name is Humbleness. I don't know. I just don't want to be around people that don't like me. So I love you, bro, but we'll put you on timeout. I don't know, 30 minutes. You can come back, though, when you're ready to respect yourself. People that don't respect other people don't respect themselves. It's a simple mirror of their image of who they are. All right? So if you're loving and nice to other people, that's the key. Where can I buy Casper besides MEXC? I've heard Uphold. And I think CoinEx too as well. Not representing the Lifer Adams. Like, dude, he's not representing the Adams. Shout out to Adam. Lifer Adam, you're funny, dude. Lifer Adam, we love you. We appreciate you. Christopher WEEX will fix any problem you have had. Amen. Just reach out. Love to be the best fam game. Amen. Love you, Sam. Exactly. The way to be successful is to remove negative people out of your life as soon as possible. It's the number one way to be successful. I'm telling you. The beginning of success is removing negative people. All right. Sammy, can you talk about how bonus on XE works? Is it real cash or is it? No, it does bonus to your futures account, and then it lasts like 2 to 3 weeks. So you use it to gain an edge in the market. So like, and if you lose the bonus, not your own money. It's kind of nice. You know, so, and that's kind of the key, right? So, what's the name of the indicator at the bottom? That's the stochastics RSI with divergences. Yeah. I'm so successful, but change to be in my life. I'm so successful, people change to be in my life. No negotiation. Lifer, you are the GOAT. What do you think about AVAX for the short-term trade? KASBTC on FOMC. There you go. PZ is up 20% today. Not financial. Yeah, Sam, do you know how many women you have in our Lifer community? I'm just curious. Hi from Germany. We have a lot of women. A good amount. Way more than almost any other. I'd say we have more women in our trading group than any other place. Because I had a twin sister. You know, I have 2 girls. I'm super, just, I don't know. I feel like I'm very in tune with my feminine energy here. You know? And I don't mind saying that, talking about it. I feel like I got to give myself a little more spacing over there. There we go. Well, yeah. I think you'll find, I think women love it. About 18%. Look at it. He knows. That's actually a very high rate. Anyway, we're going to break down Bitcoin from the beginning to the end for you in case you're new. We've already done it here on the channel. I've done it like 2 or 3 times today. And I'm just going to show you what's happening. We're actually going to take a look at the monthly, which closes tonight. We have a monthly candle close tonight. In case you didn't know, we will be live tonight at 8 p.m. for the monthly candle close. That's 3 live streams today. You're going to get me here. You're going to get me here, Jerome Powell. You're going to get me tonight. I don't think you've ever seen that before. 3 live streams in one day from the same YouTube creator. It's going to blow your socks off. Get ready for Sammy Price 3 times. All right. Can you handle it? I can't. I don't even know how I'm going to get through the day, but I'm going to make it somehow, some way. Hopefully we make massive gains together too in one of those streams, maybe all of them. You never know. I think there was one time I streamed 3 times and we made gains on every single stream I was on. It's happened. It's happened. So the monthly in a beautiful bull flag, if you ask me, but it could take 1, 2, 3 more months of just sideways downward price action for this flag to continue. 1 monthly, 2 monthly, 3, right? Could be October before we get our bigger move to the upside. And then we get our breakout up to $114,000 Bitcoin. Let me double check that. My measured moves have been pretty spot on throughout my life of trading. So 123,000. Honestly, I don't know if we go much higher than 120 to 130 grand in this bull market, right? Remember, there's always going to be a month or two where it seems like it never stops. And then those are those sell months. But, you know, I'm looking for this bull flag here. It's a Sammy Cup and Handy on the monthly for BTC. And we're going to have a blast looking at this together anyway tonight. Just getting you guys ready. I shouldn't even be kind of, you know, dipping in a little too early on that monthly. The 2-week chart finally oversold. MACD starting to create its red, you know, pullback there. RSI is also a little high for me. And at the same time, it's not really bearish div because they're both kind of pointed to the downside. I see this kind of, you know, broadening falling wedge here for Bitcoin. Even if the weekly comes all the way back down and tests, or the 2 weeks, sorry, which it may, and comes down and tests the 21-day moving average here at 58,000 one more time. Hit me, baby. One more time. I did it. Yes, I did it. I said it. I'm sorry. I did. I grew up on that. You know what I mean? Justin Timberlake was dating. They were dating. It was Britney and Justin, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I'm here to make you laugh. I'm here to make you smile, but I'm here to make you dance too. Who's dancing around right now in their chair just saying, hey, man, I like how the lifer moves it around, baby. Oh, hey. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Hey. And my name's Maki Wahlberg. Sam's the best. It doesn't matter. I put all my money into The Rock. Me and The Rock put all our money. We did it. It doesn't matter. Tom Brady did it with the FTX guy. He lost all his money. I told Tom not to do it, Tommy. I was the shooter. I would play a cop. I played a fireman. It doesn't matter, Tom. I can get it done. But he didn't listen. He did whatever he wanted. Doesn't matter. I stopped gambling on horses and dogs and invested in Bitcoin and Solana, baby. Amen. Amen. Hey, Alosh, I think I'm going to grow up big. So look, we hit this resistance here on the 2-week chart, and you can see it's clear resistance for Bitcoin. 69,300. We must break back above that level to remain bullish. we have some support at 64,000. So the 2-week chart, you're ranging between 69 and 64. You lose 64, you come down and test 58, 59. You get back above 69, you're on the way to the moon. So the 2-week chart suggests you're just sitting there doing your thing. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. What do you think about the AVAX California DMV news? I think it's awesome, man. Good for AVAX dipping on in with the California. And anything that can help California out, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? San Francisco, yikes. Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you. Shout out to Adam Charles, who makes it happen for all the creators out here. Go and follow Adam Charles, hooking me up with the belt of the best technical analysis of 2023. Maybe we can win it again this year at Rare Evo. If they have it, you never know. But 1 year's good enough. I'll take it. Best technical analysis of 2023. Crypto Lifer, baby. With the logo set in stone. You gotta love it, man. We got the belt, baby. We got the belt. Nobody does it like we do, baby. Anyway, let's break it down. So the weekly, hitting a double top, possibly. You can't rule the fact out. We're looking for the shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. So we were looking for a breakdown when we hit this point, right? We've been, but hey, could it be a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder there? I mean, anything is possible. But we're looking for that right shoulder on the weekly. And so far, that's going to be a bearish close on the weekly for sure. And Bitcoin is dumping as we speak to the downside. 5-day chart also showing signs of resistance. It's likely, even if we're bullish, I've seen these patterns before. You come down, sometimes you bounce here, but you can do one of these and then get out of here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we came and hit this high volume node and we played games one more time with this key area at 52,000. You know what I mean? It's not unheard of. Everyone says we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. They don't take it arbitrarily and say, hey, anything could happen. The way you learn how to trade and the way you master trading is you tell yourself you do not know. The thing we say here on this channel all the time is I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. We stay humble. We stay humble. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. So for everyone here in my trading group, you're going to get a lot of me today. Basically, you're going to get a lot of me live. Most of what we do today is going to be live together. All right, 3 live streams in case you didn't know. We're going to say it one more time. We're going to do Jerome Powell. And we're also going to do the weekly candle, the monthly candle close, because that's what you have to do when you cover all the bases and you want to be consistent and you're insanely detailed and obsessive compulsive like me. I have issues, yeah. I'm not saying I don't. I mean, I have a serious problem. Hey, it's called gainitis. I just keep, it's funny. I want to do a narration, Jamie. You know those voices where the AI is the guy, he's like, there was a man and he once, everyone's been using it lately. It's a certain AI voice. I think you know the voice, but we have to be one like, there was a man who started trading. His name was the Crypto Lifer, Sam Price. Sad thing happened to him. He got into this thing and he got sick with gainitis. Every time he kept trading, he made a gain and another one until the gains kept coming and he couldn't stop. No matter how many times he tried to leave, he couldn't. No matter how many trades he made, it didn't matter. He didn't win every one, but over time, he just kept winning and it didn't stop. And he was trying to stop, but he just couldn't. Until it consumed him. And he traded his life away until there was nothing left of him. The gainitis ate him alive. Sad story, really. Yeah. Just a pile of gains on top of him, suffocating him. And that was it. No one could find him in the gains. They tried to search. They searched through all the gains. They looked as hard as they could, but there was so many that had fallen upon him, they could never find him again. He was so deep underneath the collapse of the gain. They had bulldozers. They took, truckloads of gains away, but he was still somewhere deep underneath all the gains. They were never able to find him again. Sad story. So the 3-day chart is overbought here, right? I'm just trying to be funny. I guess people don't think it's funny. I don't know, man. I like satire. Satire, I think, is the best way for truth. You know what I mean? Never to be found again. You're funny, bro. Never to be found again. Yeah, again. That's so funny. Shout out to Quentin Davis. That's funny, brother. Maple is a mover. Yeah. I love you, sweetie. All right, so we take a look at this rejection point here for Bitcoin 2, 68,200. We just can't get back above 68.5. It's, we got crushed by that level. The daily, And this is kind of where we sit as a tribe. You know, when we said the daily's going to come back to the 21-day moving average, it did. Whenever you get too far away from the 21. So remember, we popped here, and I had concern. I said, I don't know, the daily's too far from the 21-day moving average. It's unsustainable that we're going to continue to the upside. There's a chance, but it's unlikely. It's more likely we come back to the 21. How? I don't know, in some way, shape, or form, but we always do. Then I said this could be a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Anyway, I like projecting into the future and then seeing if the projection plays out over time. It gives me the heebie-jeebies, right? So we kind of have this shoulder, this head, and also a right shoulder boomed up. And so then I kind of made this idea and said, okay, well, could we be making an ascending triangle that may hold us and give us a breakout in this nature? Send us back to 80K. I was like, okay, it's possible. As long as the daily holds the 21-day moving average, I think we got a pretty good shot. So I like what I'm seeing. Bullish divergence in the 1-hour time frame. The energy is good here. The energy is good all the time, baby. Shout out to all the people here. God has provided such beautiful energy in my life. He's made me calm, cool, and collected. God has given me more than you would ever. If everyone knew how much God has given me in the last, I don't think you guys. I think everyone would fall on the floor. One day I'll write my book and I'll tell my story, and you guys are going to be like, what? I don't think you're going to believe it. I don't think anybody's going to truly believe it. But that's why I'm going to write the book. It's going to be awesome. And I can't wait to tell the truth, but it's just not right now. It's just not right now. So whenever the moving averages get tight and the 200 is an outlier, we kind of dump to it. I've seen it many times. We hawk to it. Sorry. We dump to it. I'm talking about hawks. Hawks fly in the sky. There's a lot of beautiful hawks, and the hawks come down and they hawk right to it. You know, a hawk grabs the fish right out of the water. You're writing your book every day here with us, brother. Amen. Amen. Riot earnings tonight, Mara and Coinbase tomorrow. Thank you. They linked the first 2 points of the meeting notes. Amen. Chapter 2, Sammy's battle with Gainitis. You guys are so funny, man. I love the lifers. You're some of the funniest people I've ever met. Seriously. I think you guys are witty, super intelligent. Every time we do something funny with like a metaphor or some type of linguistic thing, you guys come up with some really funny stuff. And I think it's highly intelligent too. This group is on another level. I'm blessed to be in the group. Like, don't you realize that? God created this group. I didn't. God put us all together. He gave me the drive. He changed my life in so many ways. He twisted and turned me into my destiny. God led me to you. And God led you to me. Together we're here somehow, some way. You tell me how. I don't even know. But we're here together, though. It happened. So the 4-hour had a nice pump to that 66.9 and then got rejected to the downside. 4-hour doesn't look too lovely, right? But it's oversold extremely. And so I've been talking about the 2-hour and how it's been toying with the 200 MA. Once you lose the 200 MA, you usually go down to the 3-hour 200 MA. So our next level to watch would be somewhere here at this double bottom. It says Bitcoin's gonna dump. So if we close in the candle below the 200, we're gonna dump to the 3-hour 200. Do you understand me? So that's what we're looking for, all right? Because you show respect and demand that the chat show respect. And all that's left is love and humor. Your strength of positivity is our strength of positivity. Bill Brown, I love you. And you're the man, dude. God bless you for saying such wonderful things about me. I just opened a short of the 7-minute 200 MA. KASBTC family, let's go. KASBTC at an all-time high today. I want to talk about that in a second. I'm KASBTC giddy right now with my bag of KASBTC at the highest it's ever been. One of my positions was the highest it was ever been this morning. How do you think I felt? And it took me years to build that position. You guys have been watching me build my KASBTC position for 18 months. And how did I know we were going to 20x on that puppy? I just did. If you took any of the ideas and learned the education, or you found KASBTC, when we found KASBTC, you're up about a 20x. We got in below a penny for KASBTC. And we stuck to our, I never faltered. I never wavered on my KASBTC game. Yeah, don't worry, Chris. We got you, man. Sam, can you check ton, please? Thank you. Of course, we got you. I'm going to take a look at ton. Appreciate everybody here on the live. Thank you. Shout out to Jordan, Brett 2 cents, Damaris, Carlos, and everybody here. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. Let's get up to 1,500 people on the live. I know we can do it today. We got some live trades possibly coming our way. You never know. So the 1 hour time frame, see how it's still looking like an inverted head and shoulder here? A shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. It started a bump, came back, got resistance by the 200 on the 1 hour and the 15 minute. If we can crack that, we're gone. Because you'd get above the 200 and a point of control. You got a gap here and a gap here. And you'd run back up to liquidity. I wouldn't be surprised if they run us back up because we had the bullish div here on the 1 hour and the 2 hour time frame. We had the bounce with the double bottom. And now we had the higher low. Can we continue to the upside is the question. So I'm seeing some bearish and bullishness, which is obvious on Fed Day. It happens, you know, and it's usually one of those days. Just one of those days. So you put this in here and, you know, we'll take away the moving averages. But if you just look, I mean, you got yourself, just like yesterday, remember in the 5? We have ourselves a symmetrical triangle. And of course you do, because it's Fed Day, right? See, remember, if it was a really strong day after they liquidated everybody, what would we have? We'd have a more bullish pattern because the likelihood was to the upside. The patterns go with what they do to people. You get it? The patterns show the manipulation. So, like right now, they're going to find out how many people are going to go long and short and take it either way. That's usually what they're going to do on Fed Day. So, of course, we're in a symmetrical triangle. It's a 50-50 pattern. We either break out through the move to 67.8 or we break back down to 64.7. And I'll tell you what, these mainly break to the downside more than they break to the upside. I don't know what's going to happen, but these mainly dump more than they pump. I'll tell you that. BTC, right? So I'd be watching the 1 hour time frame right now inside of a symmetrical triangle. That's how I would sit it, and I wouldn't forget you. I wouldn't forget you if you were a sweet little symmetrical triangle over here. I don't forget you, symmetrical. I'm going to keep you on my radar. Shout out to everybody here. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. After yesterday, I had a bit of a, you know me, man. Everything's got to go perfect, so it was freaking me out. I start having nightmares and I can't breathe. Sam just touched base. I got the Venezuela girl's number. It's going well so far. Thanks for the encouragement. The real deal. You did it, dude. You did it, man. You told her how you felt and you made it happen. May God bless you. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Shout out to the fan funding. Every time you give, it comes right back to you. I need a max win. I love you, brother. I need a max win. Hey, yo, Sammy, can you check ton, please? No, but it's Anita. It's Anita max win. You get it? Like this. And it's when coin, right? I need a max win. I need a max win. I need a max win, though. Anita. I love Anita, bro. I need a max win, baby. Shout out to Marta. Sam, can you check ton, please? We will. Thank you, Marta. Shout out to Crypto and everybody out here. Shout out to Crypto Friend. I was about to call you Crypto Friend, bro. Shout out to Master Friend of the house. We love you, Sammy. Thank you for everything. Now, we love you more than you would ever know, man. May God bless you for everything you've done for me in my life, bro. You help me sleep at night knowing that I'm not surrounded by a bunch of shady people, bro. I appreciate it. You have no idea how much it means to me. Bitcoin pumping back to the upside, and I'm missing the magic for you. So here, this is what we're going to watch on the 1 hour time frame, all right? Now we're going to sneak on into a smaller time frame for you. We're going to look at the perpetual, or we're going to look at here on TradingView. All right. And we're going to be on my favorite time frame on the nitty gritty here on the 1 minute. So earlier today, one trade, we got above the 200 on the 1 minute. Boom. We fell below it. We got right above it. Boom. And I'm telling you, every single time I open a trade above the 200, look at that. That was a huge payday right there. So honestly, I just sit on the 200 and open up trades above the 200. It's just nuts. It can be boring because it's kind of like right now we broke above the 200. So I technically should take the trade even though it could be sketchy. I don't like to trade Fed Day. But like, I technically have to take that signal every time I see it. I'm late on it right now. I feel like I'm a little too late. But I wouldn't be surprised if every time I don't take it, I kick myself more than when I do. You get it? It hurts more when I miss it than... So I've learned my lessons to always take it. You know what I mean? 66,790 would be liquidity. All right. The local liquidity. Stop loss would have to be at like 66,209, 208. And I could easily lose. It's Fed Day, so I'll be small ball. Like that 109 right there. Hard to do when the account's so big now. I can't. Wish I could type that in. Well, look, I already missed a gain right there. So, like, every time we get above the 200 on the one, I open a trade. It's such a simple thing. It's insane. And then just walk away and don't even think about it. Look, I bet I'm already in the green. Look at that. That's just so Again, who knows? I may not hold that. And what, it was a $45,000 trade. I didn't even realize. And easily lose this. Just remember that. The key is I do this all the time, so I don't care if I lose this one in front of you because I do it all the time. You see? And better off to not look at it. So we're watching the 1 minute. We want to see if we can get back above these key levels. Want to see that the 1 minute stays above the 200 MA. If we can do that, we're going to get our move further to the upside here for BTC. Even though the Stokes are high, it defies the stochastics many times, specifically if the 21-day moving average can get back above the 200. If you can't, though, then you have a bit of a problem. The 5 minute above the 200 is also somewhat of a bullish sign that you can get a bit of a continuation, that the 5 minute may take us to the upside here. Only time will tell. All right. You can make the same trade here on WEEX. I use the 200 right there on the 1 minute time frame. Make the same exact trade on WEEX. You see, manage 2 trades at the same exact time. And they have all the same stuff here. You got your long position. And look, by golly gee, oh my, we're up in the trade. Could you believe it? My goodness. How is that possible? I don't know. I just do the same thing every time. You see what I'm saying? It's like, this is like a really weird, simple game here. And again, I could easily lose. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. We may not win the trade. You never know. You never know. It's swinging around like a pendulum, right? The key is to get this white line above the yellow line. That's what we want. If we can do that. And look, we somewhat have a resistance here too as well for whatever reason. All right. Back to WEEX. What is WEEX? WEEX is the hottest new exchange of the game, man. And you got to love them because the way they're operating and their fees are good and they're actually being really good to the lifers. So one of the first times an exchange ever like really met me, you know, eye to eye on all the things I asked for and was just super respectful. Like, I got to be honest. You know, Mexi had everything kind of already set in stone, but WEEX has been awesome to the lifers and to the community. So I just got to say shout out to WEEX. Shout out to Andy WEEX. Shout out to everybody out there that works hard at the WEEX exchange. We love you. We appreciate you. And we thank you so much. All right. I'm not sponsored by WEEX, but I do get a commission if you jump on into the link provided in the pinned comment. We also have an awesome campaign going right now. 17 more days. Claim up to a $20,000 bonus that you can't get anywhere else. And lower fees through my link that you can get through the regular link, which they're doing exclusively for the lifer. So I find that absolutely amazing. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but I am a guy that trades every single day. I'm self-taught. I've been looking at the markets for a long, long time. All right. Again, we lose the 200. The trade's a wrap. We move on. It doesn't work. You know what I mean? And it's okay. How can I move my KASBTC off WEEX? Does WEEX have KASBTC? That's pretty awesome. Yeah. What are the fees like on WEEX? They're smaller than on almost any other exchange. Yeah. Lark Davis going to give you a shout out last night during his live stream. Really? Did he hear me? He must have heard me talk about him on my live stream, right? That's pretty good. Could you clip that out? You should clip that out. Well, shout out to Lark Davis, man. He's a nice dude. I was watching Lark a long time ago, man. I really was. And I didn't mean to, when I was doing the impression of Lark, I wasn't trying to be fun, you know what I mean? People know I do impressions, so everyone wants me to do impressions. I'm like the impression guy. So I'm not making fun of people. I just want to make that clear. I love everybody in the space, and I think Lark is one of the best people in the space. Trustworthy, nice guy, beautiful person. I have nothing but nice things to say about Lark. What a nice guy, man. I can't wait to meet him one day. I can't believe I didn't see him at Bitcoin on Nashville. I would have thought I would have saw him there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I like this little flag starting to form here. And can we get this curve up on the 21-day moving average, suggesting we may get this short squeeze to the upside? Big Red has moved his way up here to 67,007. Oh, he just disappeared on me. We do have 67.2, which is that weekly resistance. Do we go up there, grab some liquidity, and then go all the way back down? Today's a day that something like that may happen. He said to meet him at the other event and come say hi. I can't remember what, but if someone clips it, you'll see it. Thank you. What does Mexi email placing owner trying to meet? That's never happened to me, man. Come on. He may be nice. I'd listen to him for entertainment purposes only, though. You're funny. I think Clark lives in New Zealand. Interesting. New Zealand. Wow. Anyway, so up and down. If the 5-minute loses the 200, and again, today's going to be a wacky day. Even my technical analysis is going to tell me to stay on edge. It's going to say, hey, it's a 50-50 pattern. We did a fake out breakout, you know. But hey, as long as the 5-minute stays above the 200 MA, they're like, Sam, then why are you in a trade if it's so wacky? Because I'm a high-risk individual, all right? Fortune favors the brave, and I like to keep it crazy. You know what I'm saying? But you don't, you know, I'm not crazy. I'm taking a known, it's funny, I keep it crazy, as I take a known data set that I've studied for over 15 years with the 200 MA, all right? I'm waiting for this white line to cross. The chance we could get the love, you never know. Which indicator are you using? Please pin it. Link in the description. I'm using all different indicators, and they're all free. The VRVP, the MACD, the RSI, the stochastics RSI, and the 5 MAs, the 21, the 50, the 80, the 100, and the 200 moving averages. I was trying to spread the life or love to Mitch, Ray, and Lark. You're going to see my name on both those clips. So cool, man. I did meet Mitch Ray. He's such a nice guy. Are you still long, Sammy? I am still long. Yeah, why not? Why would I not be long, baby? I keep it long, baby, long. I mean, we're in the trade now. We're pumping to the upside, baby. Look at that thing, short squeezing. And there's the short squeeze. There's the chamois short squeeze. The Sammy short squeeze to the upside. Let's go, baby. Let's go. No follow through too. You can expect a lot of that. We've gotten some nice pumps here, but no follow through yet. Remember, our 5-minute is going to keep us in the game above the 200 at the same time. Well above it, too. All right. Now, 21 is below the 21, which is interesting. That's an interesting one for me. Almost says we're going to pump to it and then go, baby, go. Making this nice little flag now. And that thing could rip to the upside. I am in a live trade, even though it's Fed Day. I'm in a live trade, baby, because I do what I does, man. I take that signal whenever I see it. I told you, I do a blind. And it pays me to do it more often than it doesn't, so I do it. So many times I didn't take it, and I kicked myself for not taking it. I was like, what was I thinking? That signal's golden. You know what I mean? We might make 300. You never know. We might go all the way to the moon over here. Hey, listen, let me tell you a little story. I had 10 guys working for me, huh? 8 guys were unbelievable. 8 guys were great. 8 were great, huh? 2 of them, once they started making a little money, thought they were better than me, huh? Started talking about behind my back, started doing a little this and that. You know, I had to get rid of them. Yeah. Just seen tether between Coinbase and WEEX. Use Coinbase as your banker and WEEX as your future trader. Hey, this guy knows this, seems to know. So now you got the 21 crossing the 200. It's a bullish sign, see? Whenever you see that, usually the boss will respond in kind. That's a pre-golden cross, all right? And now we're almost at a place where I can start shaving a bit of the stop here. And so I'm always shaving risk, moving that stop up a little bit. How many times, and you guys, if you took the trade, you'd be in the money already with the lifer. How many people are in the money? Sam, I love it. Never being found again. It's so funny, right? Never to be found again. Oh! Tsunami! Up $152 in a second. Oh my goodness. Ride that stop loss. That would be my 3rd trade today. Sammy did it again to the upside! I just love it, man. You can't stop the love. How to make $150 in 2 minutes by Sam Price. Lessons learned, man. I love that signal, bro. What did I tell you when that 21 crossed? The bots would respond in kind, and papooey, dude, that was a blast. And when it moves that fast, I take my gains that fast because it's usually unsustainable. You're coming back to the 21-day moving average when you make a move that fast away from the 21. You've never seen anybody. I can tell you what's going to happen on the 1 minute before it happens. And people say, oh, he's pompous, he's rude, but I've been doing it for so long. What can you say? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset, and that is your time. And look, dude, now it came right back down to the 21. Why? I know how this works, baby. That's why when you make a move, when you make over $100 in a minute, I take my gains fast because it's unsustainable, right? And look, I only have to be in the market for a minute or two to make $100. I've done it 3 times already today. Already up $300. I haven't, Fed day, and we haven't even seen what the Fed's going to do yet. Anyway, that was just me having some fun with y'all. Let's get back in and have some fun with each and every one of you. What do you guys want to talk about? I'm sick of showing off. What do you guys want to talk about? What leverage do you use on those short trades? 68x every time. What was I on there? I was on 20x there, but the position was large. All right, I was using like $7 grand or $8 grand at 28. It was an $80,000 trade or something. I used 80. It's like as if I put 80 grand in the market, right, for 2 minutes. Are we sideways right now, sir? Could you please check Pyth? What leverage do you use on these short trades? Yeah, Neon Daily Cup and Handle Deep One. Sam, hey, how do you manage your taxes from all this trading? You just pay short-term capital gains. It's really simple. You make 500 grand, you pay 200 grand. It's pretty simple, bro. Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty simple to me. You give them 30% or whatever you're in. You know what I mean? Yeah. Took to trade with you on 25x. Amen. Yeah. Hey, guess what? People that are broke worry about how to pay taxes. People that have money pay taxes. It's simple, man. Yeah. It's like, when I was really, and I'm not trying to be rude, but when I didn't have any money, I was always asking, like, what about the taxes? You know what I mean? And my accountant used to tell me, Sam, when you make money, then we can worry about the taxes. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? He would laugh at me like, dude, why don't you like actually make some money first? He didn't want to put me down, but he kind of was like, he's basically, you'll get there, young grasshopper. You know what I mean? He's like, one day you'll figure it out. The more you make, the more you earn. It's simple. Amen. Yeah. Think of the big tax, baby, means a good year. Amen. Trump said he was lowering taxes 15 for crypto so people don't leave the U.S. Yeah. If I owed a lot of taxes, I made a lot of dough. I like Rave Sound Records. Yeah. And anyway, you still have more money than before. So true. Let's make this money. Amen. Exactly. Exactly. Say you were a waiter and you waited tables and you made 50 grand a year, but then you did some day trading and you made an extra 30 grand and you had to pay 10 grand in taxes. You're still up 20 grand day trading. You know what I mean? It's 20 grand more than you had at your other job. I'm all about compounding every single gain that comes my way. All right. Anyway, so we had some fun. You saw how I take advantage of a quick move because you never know when it might not go your way. See how fast I could have easily lost in front of everybody instead of won. I don't want to be a loser. I want to be a winner. I win by constantly protecting the person, not being greedy. I mean, I looked down, we were up $150 immediately. When you're up $150 in 2 minutes, I think that I don't care if you make 10 grand a day, 20 grand a day, 30 grand a day, $150 in a minute is a lot of money. I don't care how rich you are. You see what I'm saying? And that compounds over time. And it shows you that I'm not greedy with the gains. You got to just consistently go at it over and over again. All right. And today is going to be one of those volatile days where the market's going to be all over the place. Remember, we're just watching the 1 hour inside the symmetrical triangle right now. There is a falling wedge here that it's inside of. But we're watching this symmetrical triangle right here in case you're just jumping on in. Bitcoin's in a symmetrical with a 50% shot going up or down. The level down is 64,771 in case you're, unable to see and you need to hear only. The level to the top is 67,883. All right. You're right at a point of control, really. Like you're on a point of control or right below one. It's sitting at about 66,450 and you're at 66,322. All right. Are you in an XRP trade? No. I mean, I own XRP. So I would say yes. I got into XRP at 16 cents years ago and 30 cents. Yeah. How do active traders track of it? I mean, you know, Coinbase, see, Keith Bradbury, he just said, if you have Coinbase, you report whatever they report to the government. Coinbase does not report your trades to the government. They're not securities. Only securities need to be reported. Right now, crypto is not being reported by Coinbase. It's on you to report it. If you're ever audited and then they find it, then you find you didn't report it. So, you know, but Coinbase does, only Coinbase sends to the government is money you've made, and you could check me if I'm wrong, but I've gone over this many times, is money you've made by earning. Like if you've earned money through staking. Your staking earnings are reported, but your capital gains are on you. Yeah, they're not reported right now at the present moment. And I could be wrong, but you guys can verify that yourself. So Keith Bradbury, what you said, I believe, is not a true statement. Yeah. At the moment in time. Yeah. If you stake it, they report it. Amen. Exactly. 100%. Yes. 1 minute again, breaking the 200 MA, Sam. Really? Again? We could do it again? Well, it's breaking the 200 to the downside. Isn't that crazy? There was the trade right there, and it played out beautifully. All you had to do is know how to buy above the 2. It's such a simple way to trade. So like if this happens again, I've seen it pump back up again and just do damage. It's so weird. Like it just doesn't seem to care. Like it's a bot. It's some type of bot that just takes over the market every time. You just got to be quick. You got to be so fast on the draw. It's ridiculous. That's the thing. And you got to be real careful. But that's like 100 for another $600. Like, and scared money don't make no money, right? It's like I don't win any of the trades that I never take. I can't win the trades that I never take, right? Thing is so crazy, and we are low stochastic. It's kind of a show. It is an inverted head and shoulder, right? I don't want to give back gains. I just want to like, yeah, see, it's so close to the bone. I'm going to risk like $40. See, I'm bringing it so close. It basically has to hold the yellow line or I'm out. It has to hold that yellow line. Come on. The bots will buy that. I've seen the bots buy that so many times in faith, in good faith. They will buy that wick in good faith. Look at that. They did exactly what they were supposed to. Oh, come on. Follow through. Make me look smart and follow through. Close that candle green and make me look smart. Dang you good boys. Dang you good men to the upside. Yes, sir. Up $34 again, right? Real quick. And I'm like, wow, that's a blessing. I'll move that stop loss so close now. Oh, man. What are they doing now? Okay. Now I can use the 21 as my guide. You see? Oh, $140 like that? I'm taking you. It's like child's play, baby. I take him, baby. Come here, baby. Come here, give me a hug, sweetie. Daddy just made it again. Daddy just did it again, baby. Daddy did it again. Daddy got a cool system that works really good. Woo, baby, woo. Woo. Feeling myself a little bit. Took me years to get here, man. And you know what? These are the days, man. These are the days, baby. These are the days, man. Woo. Yo, man. I love this stuff, man. This is awesome, bro. Anyway, thank you for pointing that out. Someone's like, you're back on the 1 hour, 1 minute. Dude, I'll sit on that 1 minute and just take money all day long. You know what I mean? But scared money don't make no money, man. You know what I mean? I got to learn how. Keep it up. You know what I mean? We might do it a few more times today. You never know. The volatility is working for us. And I just want to put y'all in a good mood and let you know that it works. And let you know that you can too. Like if you push yourself, if you have an idea, if you've back tested something that works for you, And look, this is an inverted, and I know it seems weird here, right? But if you take a look, I mean, that's a shoulder, that's a head, and that's like, it's kind of an inverted head and shoulder. It technically has a measured move to the upside. Now, I've traded like, I've done like 6 or 7 trades today already. Since 7 in the morning. I've been in and out of the market like a banshee. You know what I mean? But that's an inverted head and shoulder to me. It looks like it's going to continue to the upside, in my humble opinion. And then back to that 5 minute. Is the 5 minute above the 200? It stayed. The 5 minute never left the 200. You could open up a trade there with a stop loss below the 200 now and ride the 5 minute. And then remember, the 15 minute is having issues. We could wait for the 15 minute. These tight moving averages tell us that there's a chance we could break above. We're going to find out what's going to happen soon here for Bitcoin. And again, I know it sounds confusing here. Let's move this away. We got a lot of white lines. Remember, this is the bigger channel. I just want you to focus right now on one thing and one thing only. And that's this symmetrical triangle. All right. Remember, hit control. You can always grab another piece. See how I grabbed that white line from another one? Let me do that again. You're going to hold control, and then you're going to be able to grab anything you need. All right. That way you don't have to go and do it again, or, you know. Yeah. XRB hit $2. Where were you guys? You're funny, man. I don't have capital gains. Alice peanuts, man. Some people are making $100 working 8 hours. 140 in a few minutes is not peanuts. That dude loses $140 on the regular. It's so funny. Yep. Sammy shows up every day, not trading, cause consistency is an important key. So when a candle closes above the 1 minute 200, you take a long and set the stop loss right below the 200. Yes, exactly. Over and over again. Like an obsessive man. Only poor people think rich people don't care about money. My aunt is a racehorse breeder and lives in a castle, and she will spend 5 minutes finding which soda is the cheapest. The reason people became wealthy is because they were frugal from the beginning. I lived in a one-bedroom apartment for 10 years. You know what I mean? Now I'm inside a 4,000 square foot house. Like, it's like, duh, you know what I mean? Because there's other people that went and wanted to live in a 3,000 square foot loft and started spending a bunch of money when I saved my money and bought Bitcoin. Because they wanted to impress everybody. I wore the same jeans every day and did a night shift. Everybody, my story, I worked a night shift. I just want everybody to realize that. I didn't always wear suits and ties every day and sit there and wear pocket squares. You know what I mean? It wasn't always my life. All right. Sam, do you take the trade after the first bar closes or wait for it? It depends on how I'm feeling and how the market's looking and how the other time frames look. Sometimes I just take it the second we get above. The safest way is to take it if one candle closes. Not always you're above the 200, you open the long. A lot of times the fake outs. Oh, you figured it out? Oh, so good. Okay, baby. Okay, baby. Been a while since I posted. Sending good vibes to everyone and much love to you, Sammy. I think you might have gotten Gensler fired the other day. You're funny, man. How do you set the stop loss at your trades? You type in where it says stop loss. All right. Let's take a look at the rest of the market. Let's take a look at our DXY and see what's happening on the morning. Let this music pump. So the DXY, if you remember correctly, we're inside of this big symmetrical triangle, getting tighter inside the zone. Let's bring this down a little bit. And that leads me to zoom in as we're at the bottom of the channel, right? Could be breaking out. Daily has some strength. 3-day says it's about to get started. Look at your 3-day and how it interacts, though. Can it stay below the 200? If the 3-day breaks back above the 200 MA, no good. If the 3-day can stay below it, we're going to get a dump. For Bitcoin's sake, it would be better, possibly. But if they join forces and we start getting Bitcoin reserves, couldn't Bitcoin and the DXY pump together? Couldn't there be some type of magic where they pump together? Seems like something could be going our way there. You never know, right? Okay. They never pump together. They have pumped together, actually. That's not true. I can show you times where they pumped together. Yeah. Bitcoin pumping. I love that. Billy Eatman. Bitcoin doing damage. And this is another reason you always keep it a clean chart, right? So you can just... I can build ideas quickly and easily. See? And get ready for my next possible trade. I mean, that's a symmetrical triangle. They normally break to the downside. They're 50-50 patterns, but I see them dump more than pump. I really do. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing takes a dump easy to the downside. 15-minute can't seem to get back above the 200 MA. That's a rejection point here for Bitcoin. We need that to flip the 200. I almost wouldn't take a long now unless the 15-minute flips. Everything else could be a small in and out. Only Scout weird how we pump it into FOMC. Normally pull back at it then. Yeah, it depends. We'll see. Or it's been the last few times the dump before the pump. That last trade, I didn't expect to go that good that fast. I didn't expect to see 150, 140 that fast. I was like, whoa. You know. 21 minutes in like this little flag right here. Looks like that's going to pump through the gap. I mean, you got above a point of control and you got a gap in the VRVP. It could send you to 64, 66, 592. Nothing crazy, but just a little bit of a pump there. Looks like it's going to happen. Boom, right? On the 3-month Bitcoin chart, when will the bottom hit? Yo, Sebi, getting after the gym, watching the live, gains in the light, gains in the gym. Amen, brother. I've been hitting. I hit one of my hardest workouts today. Made sure it was hardcore workout, man. Makes me feel so good every time I hit that workout. Yeah, so you're watching this flag now on the 1-minute time frame. The reason why it's likely to play out is because you're above a point of control, which is the red line of the VRVP. It's interesting. Makes me want to zoom in now. Redder than I thought, though. And again, that's why I love scalping. Look, we scalped that. Can you believe we made $150 in that little section? It's just so crazy. If you want to trade where we trade, I also trading there on MEXC. All right. And they got brand new rates. We're going to come out with that too. And they got 0 spot maker and taker fee and only 0.1% future taker fee. The lowest fees of the game on MEXC. Also to open up trades here. However, they do KYC and a lot of people have some issues. So if you don't want to do that, WEEX is your baby and your next awesome stop. And let's see if we can open up a trade on WEEX here. Let's go. Let's start fresh here and see what's happening on WEEX. Remember, we hit all our trades yesterday on WEEX. We were 4 for 4 on WEEX. And then I was 5 for 5 yesterday on the live stream. I hit 1 trade on MEXC. I hit 4 trades here. Showed the entire, we showed everybody on the gains, baby, gains. And they get all the things you need, all the widgets and whatnots. So this would be the idea that you stay above the 200 MA. If you lose the 200, then so be it. It's no go. You don't want the trade anyway. Take profit would be 67,195. My stop would have to be at about 66,209. Is that correct? No. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Yep. You could limit, or market limit will be less expensive. Oh yeah, but when you limit, you got to make sure you type in the right number. Look, I mean, that's $20, $30 for 127. I mean, it's a very, And then I just kind of wait for my precise move if I'm attempting to take the trade. I like the risk-reward ratio. This is a smaller account. So there we have it too. So I limit it in, right? Oh, but the limit order didn't hit yet. See, you're waiting for the limit order to hit. You want the price to come down to you a little bit so you don't chase. There, it should clip in right now. We should clip it in. We should get the limit order there. I feel like we had it. And you make you chase a little bit, see? I mark it in because I like to just get in where I want to get in, you know? And it's important that you're at the right spot, too. So they open the long, right? Trigger price, right? We already had it set. 67,192. Just want to show you if you have to add it. Drag this to 100. Trigger price 67,192. Always just be in control. You're in control. Remember that. Confirm. All right. You can see your profit up here, right? We're already up with the trade a little bit here. This is WEEX. Then we're going to put my stop loss, right, at 66,209. Remember? Drag that to 100. Confirm that. Confirm that. Understand. And then you have your, you know, you can swing your stop just like we do on WEEX. You can kind of start getting ready to move it. And you'll see operated successful, right? I mean, just on MEXC. Same exact movement, same exact way. And again, we lose the 200, we're out the trade. When we gain the trade, we continue to move, right? This is a smaller account. This is this is $800. We're almost at 1,000 now. We've been growing this account. Yesterday was a good day for this account. I'm showing you how to trade small accounts too, as well as big accounts. You could have 70 grand in an account, you have 800. It does not matter. You just got to be able to do the same thing over and over again. Got to let it wiggle. You can't be a pencil neck. You know what I mean? Relaxation, a large chunk of my portfolio is in XRP. Yikes. I mean, that's good, I guess, but I'd rather it in Bitcoin for me personally, but that's just me. Or Solana. I'd take Solana over XRP any day of the week. In this rally, you know what I mean? In this time. Maybe it's better to transfer back to XRP at one point for the long haul. They might be into some, you know, the way the whole world changes, all that. I'm into all that. You know, the monetary system changes with XRP, you know what I mean? It could happen. I drink some of that XRP Kool-Aid. You're not the only one, you know? All right. And this is trading on WEEX. I love WEEX. It's really nice. It's the only other place that I really feel is comfortable on MEXC. And I like the way it handles. I like the way everything is just seamless. You gotta really, you love it, you know? Oops, sorry. You can see I always use my long tool first to set up the trade so I can see my risk to reward ratio. All right. And it's high risk before Fed Day. But you can see that the traditional ideas that I traded for, they play out almost every day, no matter Fed or no day. Like, it's a 200 MA idea. It's the same. And I backtested this for years. So 90% of the time it's supposed to pay me. Doesn't mean it's always. You could be watching the 10% of the time that I lose. You get it? So, and I never know exactly when I'm going to win or lose. And that's the thing about trading. Every time I go on a limb here and make a live trade, I'm taking a shot. Because I could lose in front of you or I could win in front of you. There's no guarantees I'm going to win the trade. All right. I put all the probabilities in my favor that I can win, and I do everything in my power to win so I don't look like a loser. Okay. But I can't ever guarantee that I'm going to win at all. All right. All I know is I got to do everything I can to, you know, and use data. There's a lot of data behind what I do, and if I don't see the data, I'm not going to do it. Okay. 8% is a really nice ROI, I'll tell you that. On a smaller account like that, 10%. I mean, 10% is great. I love 10% all day long. Like, I love it. That candle opens a nice, strong, big candle. We have 36 seconds. Rejection. Oh, come on. Buy it up. Buy it up. Strong push. I want to see this candle close green. Halfway through the candle, 30 seconds. How do you know when the candle closes? Right click, countdown to bar close. Hit it right there on WEEX. Yes, 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 yes. Get the move, get the move. And now, remember, this could move so fast and decimate you in a second. You could lose it all. So I'm so ready to bring that stop loss to break even. I can't wait to move the stop loss to break even. It's the first thing I want to do. I want to lock in the gain if I can. First priority is to make sure you don't lose money. Second priority is to take gain. You see? Sold on my XRP for ton and base altcoins. Hola, Y for hope all as well. Amen. Crypto wifers over here? Love me some 10%. Oh, there's my crypto wifer. That's so funny. What are the fees on WEEX? Where to find? Like 0.03. Like half of all the bigger exchanges. Oh, baby. Almost like a little mini retest there. 21 curving up to the upside looks nice too. Battling this little trade. That $14 means everything to me. Are you kidding me? It's the percentage I'm going for because I have another account with, you know, way more money. I'm always going after the percentage. And you can see, look, this could end up being a losing trade. It's just so fast. And then you have to go back to the drawing board. Only time will tell. And you stick to your guns. Stick to your gains. So I don't like using that word here, right? Stick to your gains. All right. How's the new baby? Liam is growing so fast. The baby is amazing. She is growing fast, man. Why I forgot to know Sam is a strong, confident guy. Could only grow strong, confident kids. The kids in here too. I mean, amen. Thank you. Oh, my daughter's awesome, man. I love my daughter. Hold, baby. Hold the line. Hold the line. Remember that 15-minute is bearish too as well. Let's take a look at the S&P futures and see what's happening on the S&P. All right. And I'll give you kind of, remember, we drew this flag on the 3-day. Let's show you. I already have it kind of all set up, but we're looking for the daily to reset and pump. You know, and I said, I mean, you have a really, yeah, this resistance, right? You came back down. We pulled the Fibonacci from here to there. We had our 618 golden pocket. And you bounced. And look, you seem to be breaking out. They have to print money. And I'm telling you, this is about to pump. And we're going to probably 6,000 is my call here for the S&P. Highly likely. Of course, we'll have to avoid the double top, and we'll see that when it happens, and a little bit of resistance where we're at right now. Slop on your moving averages, but look, I mean, you came to the 100. That's a pretty good spot to bounce from. All right. Ooh, it's a battle right here at that 200 MA. It's a battle. Can we hold the line and make a beautiful flag, a bigger flag for a bigger move? Boom. And see how close I am to price action, not sweating it at all? You would too if you trusted the 200 like I did. You'd just be sitting there like, wah-da-da-da-da. And again, I'm not risking too much, so it's not a big deal. S&P future breaks back above this key level, which is 55,500. We could see it move all the way back up here to about 57. And then my bigger target is 6,000 for the S&P. All right. I do see the S&P on the move on the daily time frame, ready to pump it up. 4 hours getting rejected by the what? The 200 MA. That's okay. So what I'm seeing is a little flag here or some sideways price action. Watch it come back to the 21. A little bit of a pullback. Once the S&P pulls back to the 21, it's going to pump, right? And then break the 200. You can wait for the S&P to break the 200 to make a monster trade. Look at the shoulder, the head and the right shoulder here that suggested moves to the upside. I'm seeing some bullish signs for the S&P. But hey, you tell me, only time will tell. Let's take a look at gold. We haven't looked at gold in a long time here on the channel. But I had gold in this bigger flag, looking like it was going to make a move to the upside. Also, we had in this giant ascending triangle, which told me gold was headed all the way to 3,100 by August of 2025. And it looks like that very well may be the case. You look at gold right now, it's in this beautiful flag. Bit of another ascending triangle with a nice measured move here. And to me, the way they're printing money, gold just is going to have to continue to go up in value. So, what are you doing there? What's going on? Probably be in my iPad, or I don't know, my iPad bag or something. I don't know. So, and then we see this move here. You shouldn't be allowed in the office when I'm live streaming. It's very distracting, my sweet cakes. Yeah, there's going to be a red light, no entry, while Sammy's live. Shout out to the best mentor in the game. Still waiting on my honest ID. However, I've been trading stock market using the 200 MA, up 200 this week. Not a lot, but it pays consistently. Shout out to John Pagels. I taught the whole world how to make gains, babe. When I'm gone, they'll say Sammy Gains. I like watching Sam with his own trading. It's like watching the Olympics, the best competitors competing, seeing the seriousness and focus needed to win, baby. You got to be so locked in if you want to take gains every single day of your life, even on Fed Day. I shouldn't even be trading Fed Day. I was pushing myself to the limit to see how precise I could be on a day of heavy volatility. I was really pushing myself to the limit today. Like, I should not have made almost $300 in the live in a couple minutes. That's unheard of on Fed Day. In heavy volatility on the 1 minute time frame. Not many people can do that. People chuckle at me. People laugh at me. People say $140. Try doing what I do every single day on the 1 minute. Try it. I couldn't do it years ago. Not even close. So I know what I'm doing is ridiculous compared to the old trader that I used to be. So, and I know most people aren't where I'm at because it took me years to get here. So I know. I don't need to be told. And people don't like, they think it's pompous, but I've been in the markets for 17 years, man. Is it pompous to teach you things that I've seen? You know, I'm just basing it off of the data that the data set that I've formed over time. You know what I mean? Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house, man. I'm trying to do it, Sam. The problem is you're trying, man. We don't try here, we do it. Get rid of the word try. Try is the worst word in the English language. Watch this. I'm going to try to be here tomorrow for the live stream. Okay? All right, everyone? I'm going to try to be here at 10 o'clock tomorrow. What does that make you feel? Does that make you feel like I'm going to be there? No. So don't use that word either. If you don't like it when I use that word, then don't use the word for yourself. It's the best way that I can talk about try. When I use it, you're like, wow, that doesn't sound good. Sounds like he may not even make it to the stream. Right? So that's why. There is no try. There's only do. Yoda, he was saying it for a reason. 100%. There is no try. All right. Please shout out my wife. Shout out to your wife. I don't know her name, and I don't know if it's right shouting out your wife. I feel kind of like I don't know if my wife would be okay with me shouting out your wife. Shout out to Mamba's wife. Shout out to the Mamba and his wife. Thank you, Sam. I'll be doing it. Exactly. You will be doing it. I'm going to try to hit the like. Yeah, I just smashed the like. Yeah. Exactly. Shout out to everybody here on the live. The 1,249 people, 546 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. $74 in chat revenue. 2 worst words in human history. Good job. You're funny. But I don't have a wife to shout out. You're funny. Paul, I don't follow that. Sorry. I don't know what he's saying too. Okay. Crypto Billy, I love you, man. Sounds weak, Sam. Exactly. Shout out to Lieutenant Dan Dangle. Just do it. Shout out to Adrian Hamlin, Paul Wood. Shout out to everybody here. Chris P. Bacon. Chris P. Bacon. That's funny, right? Crispy Bacon. You're funny, brother. Shout out to my wife. She's not on here, but she's a real one. Amen. Shout out to After Hours Investing. Shout out to his wife. So gold looks like it's going to continue its bigger move to the upside. Look for the breakout of 2,500, the retest of 2,450. And a move to $3,000 an ounce in the next year. I'm calling gold going up $3,000 in a year. That shows you that the dollar will continue to get printed to zero. And so I don't see how real estate won't go up. The stock market won't go up. Maybe 2025. You know, this even says we might hit it by November. I mean, look at that. I mean, I don't know. That's a bit crazy, but hey, $500 move for gold could happen. Gold's at $2,400 an ounce. Are you kidding me? All-time highs for gold was $2,470, and we're at $2,420. I mean, we're right near we're $50 away for the all-time high for gold. That tells you inflation is rampant. When gold is this high, it tells you inflation is rampant. The facts are in the data. They try to play us, but the facts are in the data. All right. We take a look at the VIX, and the VIX is spiking too. The volatility is pretty high right now, above the 200 MA. But we're at a high point for the VIX. All right. Okay, my wife left me, ran away with my best friend. Jeez, I miss him. I know, right? He was a good guy. Master friend, don't fade the friend and his mastery. Amen. Shout out to everybody here. If you want to jump on in and learn more about this mysterious member, Master Friend, all right? Check on out, hit the QR code below, and find out more about Master Friend right here, or above me, actually. All right? Shout out to our channel sponsors. I'd like to give a shout out to Houdini Swap, a place where you can actually transact privately if you need, but you can go from chain to chain. I mean, they have SUI to Blast. What if you need to go from, what if you had some leftover SUI and you found out about new coin on Blast? There's almost no one that could get you from SUI to Blast. I don't know anybody. But you know what? Houdini Swap could. And if you're a deep diver like me and you know about all the different chains and you're just swipping, swapping, swimming, and doing it all, Houdini Swap is going to save you a lot of time from selling that to US Tether, sending it back to some, you know, your exchange, maybe putting in all the things you may have to or not have to do to make it move. Houdini Swap's there, and it will be really fast standard. If you want to make it private, you can. You don't have to. It will lengthen the process. And look at this. This was 571. It's now 587. They are almost up $20 million in total swap volume. It's continuing to grow, man. So Houdini Swap is working on a daily basis. You got to love it. And there, let me actually step out of the way. Say you want to go from ETH to Sol. Say you want to go from Blast. You know, it's just amazing. Like, I just think that's awesome. And you go from any single chain. They have up to 4,000 chains. You name it. 4,000 tokens across multiple bridges. Houdini Swap, man. You can only do that on Houdini. They also have the lock token. I am compensated in some lock token. I want to make that clear. They do sponsor the channel, but you never have to buy lock token if you don't want to, and I don't care if you do. I'm never going to show the lock token on you and be like, oh, please buy it, lifers. If you want to buy it, you can. I hold some. We'll see what happens. You can also stake it for an APY, all right? And it's part of the whole process. Houdini Swap wouldn't even need a token. They're still beautiful and work great, but they do have a token too. It's the lock token, sitting at around $56. We'll see where it goes. It could go to zero. It could go up. We never know. And believe you me, I get, you know, it does not matter if you buy it or not. I would never shill coins in my community. I just want to make that clear. Anyway, back to the P. Okay, Bitcoin getting kind of funny here. Trade's still up here. We're not out of the trade yet. Remember, we're still in a trade. I forgot about the trade. I think you did too. I forgot we were still in a trade. We got really close to my stop loss. If we end up winning this puppy, how amazing will this one be? Look how close we were to my stop right there, inches away. But what was guarding me? The 200. How did I know how close I could get that close? Because I just could. If I had made a trade right there, it could have been a 50-to-1 risk-reward ratio. You get it? Like if you had entered right there, you could make 10 grand in this little move right there. Again, it's high risk. I get it. But insane. Hello, I'm new in your channel. What's your ratio trading futures? It depends on the day. You know what I mean? Yesterday I was 5 for 5. Yeah, pretty awesome. When I was in, you go watch my channel when I was here in, I was 8 for 10 when I was at the Bitcoin conference. Does WEEX show your potential profit and loss when setting your long? I do believe it does, yes. Yeah. It shows it right here. Yeah, of course it does. Right when you put in long and stop, it's going to tell you the number that you're going to win or lose right there below the stop in the long. Yeah. Okay. We also have another beautiful channel sponsor, Decrypted.tax. It's a great place for you to go to get your taxes done when it comes to cryptocurrency. I heard people mentioning it today, acting like they were maybe unsure and a little bit of fear. If that's the case for you, jump on into Decrypted.tax today. I think you'll really love it. It'll blow your mind. Their fees are amazing and competitive, and they'll be able to deep dive anything you need and really figure it out for you, as well as tax loss harvesting and more. You can schedule a free consultation by clicking the link right here at Decrypted.tax. What if your taxes weren't right? And shout out to the channel sponsor, Decrypted.tax. We greatly appreciate it, and we love that you guys are here every single day helping people out with their crypto taxes. Amen. Amen. Last but not least is iTrust Capital, which is a great place to do your retirement. If you're going to have a retirement in some way, shape, or form, you could actually put XRP, You know, Bitcoin, look at XRP at 65 cents too. We're going to take a look at that in a second. Up 5.9%. It seems like, you know, they've won the case. It's over now. Things are starting to move in their favor. We'll also look at Ton at 685. But look, they have access to all the hot coins. You can put them in a Roth, you know, a Roth IRA, basically move your IRA over, and you can buy and sell cryptocurrency inside of your IRA. You can't do that anywhere else. I Trust Capital, we greatly appreciate the channel sponsor. All right. So that's like, you know, they keep the lights on. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Ooh, it's getting nasty now. Look at that. And again, everyone just going sideways for the meeting. Never a good time to trade before the meeting, in my humble opinion. You can see why I'm only risking the $30 now at this point. The fact that we got in and out like we did already on the stream is amazing. I'm going to take that as a blessing. All right. I'm going to take that as a blessing. Shout out to anyone that jumped into KASBTC. We're going to take a look at KASBTC. I got in at KASBTC super early, below a penny. We've been talking about it. I even put out a trade to my trading group for KASBTC. Looked like it was going to moon, and it did. And actually, it looks like it's going to pump even more right now. If you put it inside of this flag, I see KASBTC continuing to the upside. If that little flip of the 5-minute, I mean, KASBTC looks like it's about to do some more damage. And from when I put it out with the stop loss could be moved to break even now, basically at this point or closer. I'll put it back to where it was. It was the 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. And again, it's up like 5-6%. But altcoins haven't been amazing, so I'm just pointing it out. But the only altcoin that really moved, I put out to my trading group last night. Tight moving averages, ascending triangle. We got the pump to the upside. I can't wait till I can go to work on these altcoins like I used to, day in and day out, pumping gains in your face, left and right. It's going to be absolutely out of control, but we've been waiting March, April, May, June, like it's been a 5-6 month kind of sideways hiatus. But look, KASBTC at 20.5 cents, all-time highs for KASBTC. I mean, my portfolio for KASBTC is well over 100 grand now. Thank you, dear Lord, for everything you've given me and the ability to find KASBTC early. Another unbelievable opportunity. I don't know who here put a 333 if you're up on KASBTC like I am. And we've been trading KASBTC since it was under a penny. And now the bag's 100 grand or more than 100 grand. I can't believe it. I checked, but my wifey took the phone. All right. Seems like Bitcoin's pumping back to 322. Ooh, it dipped below the 200 MA. And that's going to be kind of that for me. That's a wrap. Like, if it can't get back above it soon, that's going to be a wrap for me. I might even just do a little dip and go right back to the upside again. You never know. Look how close I am on this level. They're trying to get me. They trying to get me, Cletus. Trying to take me out of this trade. Kind of head and shouldery. A lot of resistance. All right. He says 66,000 incoming. Yeah, let's take a look at what BOOKMAP is telling us too as well. BOOKMAP link in the description below. I do get a commission from BOOKMAP. If you jump on in, we'd appreciate it. 65,400 is a level of liquidity here that you got to watch for. They got a big red at 67.2, suggesting we still might be able to reach for the rafters here. But at the end of, so they got to kind of split both ways yet again. You'd say, okay, most of the orders are down here, but there's a big fat order at 67.2. KASBTC, maybe a few hundred, not too much. I don't know what that means. Maybe a few hundred, not too much. Why don't you add to lower the average on the position? Volatility incoming. Brace yourself. Hey, Sam, can you share your thoughts on where you think Bitcoin gets in this bull market? And where does it pull back after this bull market? Wow, look at, they tried to get me, and then they got back above the 200 yet again. Yo, boom, boom. Just want to make sure I got the right mic on. Pretty sure I do. All right, I do. Funny, it has a camera. It's not even there no more. Wow, and they're playing games with me here. They basically stopped me out, but didn't. I mean, I got, like, look at the wick. Look at the wick right there, and look where I'm at. This happens to me like once a week. I trade so much that it's like, this is insane. Like, I was literally, my stop loss was at 66,286, and they took it to 60. Where's the low of the candle? 66,289. I was $3 away from $2 away from a stop. It's insanity. It's so insane. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, I'll live by the skin of my teeth, man. just to get here, just to think, just to go on YouTube every day. You never know if the internet's working right. There's always the ups and downs. Like we had an issue yesterday. Today there's something going on, but everything seems okay. And you go through all these ups and downs, and you fight through it, and you fight through it, and you get where you're at, you know, and you realize all the risks you take to get here every single day. And never mind trading, just the regular risks. Having a live stream every day is, you know. And so I say, I thank the Lord for every single day that we have a beautiful live stream, that every single day that the technicals go well, every single day that we win, and every single day each and every one of you are here. And I can't believe it. So, Sam, did you ever been broke during trading? Broke due trading? Did I ever? No, honestly, I got lucky and made a lot of long-term investments before I started swing trading. And so for me to go broke, I would have to leverage myself crazily and lose like $1 million. And I'm not going to do that anymore. So I never did that, but I don't plan on doing that. Look, there's kind of an Adam and Eve double top here too. I would love it if it defies the odds and pumps to the upside. We'll not even be back almost in the green again. I can't believe this trade. I'm still in the trade. It's been a roller coaster ride of a trade here. Bless the lifer, hit the like now. Shout out to Crypto Cash in the house. Let's get up to 1,000 likes, everyone. We have 596 likes, 1,200 people. I know we can get to 1,000 likes. And we're going to take a look at STRKnet for my man. He said, Sam, can you please take a look at STRKnet? No super chat, but I'm going to be nice and say, sure, why not? STRK, if I remember correctly. Took a beat down, honestly. An absolute beatdown. They got people excited when the market was hot, that it was going to be hot, and had these kind of run-ups that got people thinking it could blast, and then it came down, and it feels to me like it's attempting to find a bottom. You see? I'm not buying STRKnet. There's other coins I'm into. You know, I got my 100K in Solana. I got my 100K in HEIX. I got my 100K in Cat. Like, I'm pretty full up with what I'm doing, and then I got a bunch of other coins too. But, you know, maybe I'll swing trade it once it starts to show me that it gets above the 200 SMAs on the daily or something. But this would be my DCA area, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is very close to the bottom, if not the bottom for STRKnet. Somewhere between 40, I'd say 44 and 49 cents looks to me like it will be the bottom for STRKnet. But I don't know. Just because I've seen them curve, and a lot of times they don't curve much more than that. You see, like, but I mean, it's just based off a general idea of watching bottoms for years. All right. If Bitcoin clumps, I'm finally getting a... Come on, man. There's kids here on the show. Yeah, I'm going to take that off. There's kids here on the show, man. We got to put you on timeout for that. All right? Yeah, you can't do stuff like that. If my daughter can't read it, then you can't write it. You know what I mean? Have some respect for yourself and for me. I love you, Robert, though. I think you're a fun guy that's just having fun. I don't think you meant anything by it. And we love you, so don't worry. Please don't get pissed. All right? But just, you know, step your game up. I'm sorry. Shout out to Boss Crouton. I've been watching bottoms for years as well. Amen. Amen. See, you can slip it in subtly. You know what I mean? As long as it's done professionally. He did it professionally, you know? You said, we gon' pump. I mean, now you almost got an inverted look. It's like a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder there. Breakout. That's a tiny little inverted with a measured move. 68% of the time, it says we're going up. Look, wow, we flipped that trade green now, finally. See, look how we did not. I cannot believe I did not get stopped out on that trade. Insanity. Insanity. You want to see big screen, just hit the big one. I think this will also make it... Oh, right here, yeah. It shows all your numbers and everything you need to see. And I believe they added a flash close button recently that they didn't have. Bang. A reverse button. You know, they added it. They got everything Mexi got. They got it. All right. Finally get the pump, 66,490, and we're winning the trade now. I want to grow this account to 1,000, 800 to 1,000. Then we can go 1,000 to 1,200. And the next thing you have 2,000. You just grow the account slowly but surely, one step at a time. I like Ton at the bottom of this channel. It finally got the bit of a bounce. Kind of had an Adam and Eve double top. We really need to see it bounce here. Could be the low, but could be an issue too for Ton, you know? I'm thinking of putting like, 20 grand into Ton at the right time, but it's just like, I looked at the weekly's pretty low. Everything says it's at a pretty low place, even with the pump coming, even though it pumped. Kind of feel better when the 4 hour breaks to 200, but you could front run it, I guess. Inverted head and shoulder almost in a way. Oh wow, the 1 minute did break above the 200 MA, which is a good signal. You know me, right? That might pump throughout the day here. I could see Ton possibly breaking out. Could be the beginning of a bigger breakout for Ton. Golden cross there. You might want to scalp Ton. You never know. Heat wave here in Ibiza, Spain, 40 degrees. Stan, that's no worries. Lifer talking about not taking money to stop streaming earlier in the show is the reason. This is the best community you could join. Being here is a blessing. Amen. Yeah, because I thought about it. I'm so obsessed with... No, because one day I made a huge trade. And I made let's just say I made 50 grand in a day. All right, it's happened one time. I did, not to be rude. And people be like, why are you telling us, Lifer? But it's happened to me one time in my life. And I said... And then the stream wasn't perfect. And I was more upset about the stream than I was about making the money. And I knew that's when I cared more about the stream than the money. Like, it was just obviously apparent to me. You know what I mean? And the stream was the reason why I learned so much about trading and how I gained an edge. You know what I'm saying? Like, the stream gave me everything. So once you realize where all your origins came from, you never disrespect the origin. And that's how business is. That's why a business that starts at the core basis of the business will last forever. Like, what's your mission? Our mission is to teach as many people how to be financially free as possible through the education of technical analysis. Like, that's our mission. We know that's our mission. Through a daily consistency of showing and proving every single day that the strategies in which we teach work, we show consistency. And through consistency and dedication, we show people that that's truly success too. So we show the life, we show you how we're doing it with technical analysis, and then we show you how the lifestyle needs to be catered to technical analysis through focus and discipline, right? So the show does two things. It teaches lifestyle, and it does the lifestyle by never missing a day. Like, that's how we show it. We show it without saying anything. We just consistently show it. I could have easily taken a couple days off, gone to Bitcoin Nashville, but no, I packed my suitcase. I went through a checklist. I never missed the stream, and look how many gains I made. Like, look how I personally benefited from it because I made massive gains trading leverage, right? It wouldn't have happened if I just decided, I'm just going to chill. This looks like it's going to pump pretty nicely. I wouldn't be surprised if Ton cracks $7 later on today. Yeah. Let's take a look at KASBTC. Someone said Kaspa decoupled from Bitcoin, and boy, did it ever. I mean, and I talked about KASBTC. Remember, I was going over it on what? On the weekly screen, the weekly macro technical analysis. Remember, we did ETH BTC, and I was talking about KASBTC. And you know what? It may have, I felt like it broke out of the parabola, but maybe it just got a longer one now. Like, more laterally inclined. But I mean, look at that. It beating up on BTC for sure. And it says the 3 days about to just destroy Bitcoin. For whatever, you know what I mean? It's going to pump. So the 3-day chart has a move all the way to 3.9. It's going to go up 27% against Bitcoin, says this chart. This chart's pretty spot on. I mean, look at the curve on the MACD. Look at the turn here on the RSI. And the stochastics are just getting started with a massive bullish engulfing candle. Looks like Kaspa's not going to stop, baby. Who here's bullish on Kaspa? Who here has massive gains in Kaspa? Who here learned about Kaspa from me or just got into Kaspa? If you find out Kaspa from this channel, put a 444. I just want to know if you find out about Kaspa from this channel. And if you're in Kaspa, put a 333. Yep. I felt good with the knowledge that things shared. I was able to do my own TA and got 5% gains on Bitcoin. Amen. And so KASBTC looks like it's going to pump here on the 15-minute time frame for more gains. My target for KASBTC is 21 7/10 of a cent here, and it looks like it may continue to the upside. Wow, look at all my Kasperians over here, my Caspians. Man, my KASBTC kings and queens. Life-changing wealth from KASBTC. Shout out to Crypto Cash. We did it again, Cash. We did it again. And some of you were with me with Phantom. Some of you are with me with Cake. Some of you were with me with all the other calls from back in the day. Ave at 80 cents. We got into EGLD at $20. It went to $540. Not too shabby. Did like a 26, 27x. Many, many times we've made massive gains here on the channel. And so this just continues to push. And that looks pretty bullish to me now. And now we're going sideways. We're waiting on the Fed meeting. It could probably go either way. But it looks far more bullish than bearish if I had to place it. If I had to place it. Phantom in 2021 was a great one. We nailed it. We absolutely nailed it. Yeah. How many people have been watching me for more than 3 years? How many people have been watching me since we started the channel back in 2019? When we come up to September, it'll be 5 years I've been running the channel. 5 years of my life. I still can't believe that. If you told me we were going to be on YouTube for 5 years, I would have said, no way, Jose. That is unbelievable. I said, unbelievable. No way. I can't believe it. 5 years still, no 10K balance. 4 years now, been here and loving it. Sammy, can you look at Brent for me? Love you. Amazing. I've been watching since 2020. Wish I'd found you sooner. 3 years. What date were you on, BitBoy, bro? I don't know. So many times. I remember you used to have a bird at one point. I've been here since 5K subs. I found you at the beginning of the bull run. Since BitBoy 2021. Since the beginning, Sam. I watched the first show. Marcus Anderson. Been watching since 2021. We got Runscapers in the chat. Anyone guess your number? 1 to 88 on X. I saw you were in good. Yes. 2 people guessed the number. We talked about it. They just have to DM me. All right. And I messaged them on Twitter. They just got to DM me. Or I got to DM them or so. We'll figure it out. But I have their names and they won it. 1 week I'm new. Be kind. Love you. You were a young man. I know. Isn't that crazy? I was 36 years old. I'm 41 now when this all began. Insane. I can't believe it. 11:47 p.m. Sideways price action. We lose the 200. We're going to dump. And that's an M pattern now. Bong. Yeah. Had this wrench so long, I forgot how to use it. Love you, brother. Shout out to you, man. I've been watching crypto people on YouTube since 2017 and never heard of you until Crypto Face turned me on. Love it. Amazing. 2 weeks in, you're my favorite YouTuber to watch since I found you. Just found you in January. Would be a millionaire if I would have found you in 2019. Bitcoin coming for the 200 again. I know. If you're not following the live, you're missing on a massive knowledge. We love you. Last week you said you were 51. Good man. Are you kidding me? I'm changing my life since the first YouTube I've watched from you. Amen. A tree roots must teach hell if its leaves are to touch the heavens. Interesting. Thank you for your good energy. Yoshi, we love you, man. Yeah. FOMC meeting will be at about 2:30. I come on at about 2. Let's take a look when they give you the time here. 2:30 p.m. is the conference. They come out with the rate at 2 o'clock and the statement at 2 o'clock, but he comes out at 2:30. So usually I come out at 2. We talk for a while, and then we listen to him from 2:30 to 3:30. It would be a pretty long stream, so. And I will be live. All right. They're letting the shorts build before destroying them. Live since January of 2021. My goal, mid-30s, to be doing this full time. Amen. Shout out to Rorik Shoot. I love you, man. Thank you. Hardest working guy in crypto, Billy. I love you, man. Thank you. See you in your first show with BitBoy just here. You deserve, brother. Thanks for everything. Thank you. You gave me hope in a hopeless situation. Shout out to Block Vibes. We love you, man. Anybody can win, man. Anybody can win. Anybody can win. You just gotta desire it more than you desire to lose. You know what I'm saying? And you can win too. You too can win, baby. We're all winning today because we're all here together and we're full of love, light, and happiness. We made it through the night. We're positive. We got energy. We're healthy. To me, that's winning. All my kids are healthy. I have fought since Sam single-handedly fought off a bear that tried to eat me. Yeah, that was tough, man. One-handedly. I snuffed him like Marcus Lynch. Just like one-handed, just bang, just put him right down, right to the jaw. Shout out to Love Learning. You guys are funny, man. Someone's funny who just wrote that. I'm not going to repeat it, but you're funny. Funny. Tell me an altcoin I should buy a 10,000 hole for 12 months. He's so funny, man. And I bet a Martini guy. I wanted to say, hey, let's do a friendly wager. He said we'd be 72K by the end of the week. I said, no way. And I wish that it were, but I just said, no way. And I said, we should make it just a friendly bet and we could both build it up on the channel. Like, you could talk about it. I could build, and you'd be like, who's going to win? I don't know if he took it as I was being rude or not, because we're pretty cool. I thought it was funny. I don't know. Pretty active on Twitter recently, just because I met so many people and connected to so many people. Shout out to the Thread guy. The Thread guy's cool, man. You just got a chill attitude. I told my boss how much Bitcoin I have, and he fired me. He said, get the heck out of here. The shorts are going to get wrecked today. The most respect I've ever got from you is when you got mixed up with Crypto Billy. Shout out to Craw Billy's. Yo, you're so funny, man. Live for gang, yeah. Today I started trading just a month ago. You're the first live channel I found. Shout out to Bragadunza BMX. I'm happy you're here, man. Thank you for the dedication. Found you a week ago and joined the Lifers on Sunday. Respect, man. Respect. All right, let's take a look here at the fan funding and see if I'm missing any super chats. AVAX and ABT from Marlene. Marta also asked for something earlier. She asked for ton. We did look at that already. Giver's Gain for Master Friend for the $69.99. Stack McChange, move to Florida. Get FLID. What taxes? Amen, right? No state tax, baby. Shout out to the best mentor in the game. Still waiting on my RNS. However, I've been trading stock markets using the 200 MA. I love it. Welcome, AVAX and ABT. Thank you, Marlene. We'll look at AVAX and ABT for Marlene. And thank you for coming on into the show, Marlene. We appreciate you. It's very nice of you for sending in a super chat. You didn't have to, but you did. AVAX is at an all-time high. People are bugging out. You do whatever makes you happy. We saw it happening. We gave you the trade last night in the trading group. KASBTC. You know if KASBTC was going to move. So I looked at AVAX, and it had a head and shoulder pattern. It really did. And the daily looked like it was going to dump. It even looked like it has a head and shoulder here. It just looked bearish to me, It's hugging the 2-day 200 MA. The 3-day chart even suggested it goes lower. So I don't know what to tell you, and everything's supposed to be dandy, right? But I don't know. AVAX looks like it's coming down at least to test this level one more time. A little sell-off for AVAX. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it comes down for a double bottom, but honestly, I wouldn't be bullish on AVAX till it broke 30, 32, and then did some type of retest. I'm bearish on AVAX right now until it can show me some love. Battling the 200 MA on the 4-hour. Let's see it break above the 4-hour 200 MA. That would be so. I would be willing to long that and see if it can make a move. So I'd watch your 4-hour, but the bigger time frames just don't look amazing for AVAX. So I wish I could say different and say it all looks gravy, but it just doesn't. Again, this falling wedge could break out. You can kind of have and that key level you got to break back above is 30 cents. You break above 30 cents, it looks like we can party. All right, for sure. Yeah, anyway, that's what we see happening for AVAX. And then you said ABT, which is Arc Block Protocol, if I remember correctly. Yes, I have a great memory. That's in the dumps too, huh? All the way down. Crypto John likes this coin, I guess. He was buying it up here, though. I don't know, man. I think you got to use tech. I mean, it ran up beautifully when other coins didn't in May. But it's taking a beat down, coming all the way back down to that 618 golden pocket. It's a great project in the long term. I guess could be a really good place to DCA into ABT. I'm not DCAing into it, but this could be a good place to grab some ABT on the low for sure. Arc Block Protocol, right? And I've been stacking Tether for all coins at this level and for BTC and just to live on. You know what I mean? So I've been taking some gains out the market and seeing what I'm seeing and just not, I have a pretty good portfolio. I tell everybody, you got to pay yourself along the way. Don't put everything you have in these coins. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do whatever makes you happy, but you'll look back one day and be like, man, I should have stashed something away at least. Like if one coin hit a 10x and you're sitting on, you might. Anyway, you guys are going to do whatever you want, you guys and gals, but I would always be taking some profits. I like it. Could be a rounded bottom here. Maybe we drop to the 786. Definitely a place I would start nibbling, right? As it's coming back to support or resistance. But, yeah. But that buy at 15 cents is still up huge. Holding a 10x and more. It's awesome. I mean, you can't beat that. This thing was awesome. So, ABT did some numbers. Wow, we still won't lose the zone. We're still inside the trade, I'm guessing. So crazy, we're still in this trade. Wow. It's Wednesday Fed Day, right? Yep. Coming back for Fed Day for you. And I'll even change. I'll put on the red tie, you know what I mean? I'll put on the blue suit. I'll come back with the white shirt. Yeah, I'll change wardrobes and everything, you know what I mean? I'll be all governmental. I'll look like a senator. I'll do it. I'll do it. Right now I'm Sammy the VC trader, but I'm going to come back as Sammy the cabinet member, and we're going to break it down. Sammy, my brother, it's a beautiful day. Blessings for you and your family. Much love. Have a great day. We love you. Rudy 007 with the 999. I love you, man. And may God bless you and your family. Love is the strongest frequency, everyone. If you can learn to live in love, you cannot be denied. I say this every day, but I mean it. If you learn to live in love, you cannot be denied. Love is the strongest frequency in the game. In the game, it doesn't get better than living in love. In gratitude, get on your hands and knees and say, thank you, dear Lord, for everything you've given me in this life. I appreciate it all, and I thank you so much for everything you've given us. Take a look at Crypto Panic. Anything coming out our way? Solana yield is up. Fidelity's Bitcoin ETF debuts in London. Samson now retorts to Goldman Sachs CEO Bitcoin's remarks. Launch meme coins via tweets with Make Now Meme. Launch meme coins via tweets with Make Now Meme. A new feature that allows users to launch their own meme coins directly from a tweet on X. It simplifies the process of creating and sharing meme coins. This will make it more accessible and engaging. Simple coin creation and boost engagement with memes. Copy your tweet. Start a draft by using your tweet. Begin with a $, followed by your chosen ticker name for the meme coin. The ticker is a short, unique identifier for your coin. This is similar to stock symbols, but designed for the meme. Describe your coin. Provide a brief description. Tag your meme. To officially launch your coin, tag at Make Now Meme at the end of your tweet. This tag ensures your tweet is recognized by the Make Now Meme platform. Add media. For an appeal, you can attach an image or a video related to your meme coin. Visuals can significantly enhance the attractiveness of your tweet and provide more context about your coin. This will help it stand out in the crowded world of social media. The process makes creating and sharing meme coins as easy as tweeting, democratizing access to the crypto creation. Whether you're an aspiring crypto entrepreneur or simply a meme enthusiast, this tool provides a straightforward way to bring your ideas to life and share them with the global audience. Here's an example. Ryan, this is my description. Make me now. Right? You can now deploy a meme coin directly from X with the Make Me Now Meme crazy innovation. I still don't get it though. What about liquidity and all that? And how do you lock liquidity? How do you add, like, how does that all work? Pretty interesting though. I'll be honest. That's awesome, right? Render falls more than 4% in 24 hours. And people wondering what's up with Render. Well, it had a bit of a pump compared to the rest of the market, and AI is taking a bit of a slump, and it's considered an AI coin in a way. So I'd stress it, but not. It's not a bit. I wouldn't stress it. Should you sell your Bitcoin by 2025? The crypto Lark. Is that Lark?
This got me thinking. According to Ki Young,
it might be, right? Look, there's Lark. And so they put Lark out there. I want to get publicized by these big companies with my shorts. We got to contact them and be like, how do they do that? Do you pay for that? And Athena, something I keep watching, it's low right now, and I think it could come up pretty hard. Athena Lab launches reward earning USDE collateral on Bybit. That's a pretty big deal for them as well. So just some news coming at you on the day, just kind of keep you guys up to speed as we've been sideways for the entire show. And you still saw me take gains out of these little tiny moves out of the market. It was riveting. It was insane. It was just, you know, it was fast. It was furious. We took gains out of this one. We took gains out of that one. Both times we got above the 200 MA. Could even have made it that one and maybe even that one, but not so much, right? But we did do it. Okay, any last things that I want to talk about today on the channel? Honestly, I'm really proud of Houdini Swap and how they continue to grow. I love it. Their swap volume, I want to see it at 600 million and beyond. We're going to 1 billion. And it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We appreciate you. We care about you. Please follow me at Twitter at CryptoLifer33. We got a milestone, most Twitter follows ever, on our way to the upside. Keep hitting that button. Get us to 30,000. Trump raised 25 million at the Bitcoin conference. That's an amazing feat. He also raised 25 million for his campaign, highlighting his support within the crypto community. The conference featured discussions on Bitcoin's future price movements and potential regulatory developments, with various analysts and traders sharing their predictions and strategies. It also saw participation from prominent figures like RFK and Senator Cynthia Lummis, who discovered their own platforms for U.S. government involvement in Bitcoin. All right. Mt. Gox has sent another 47,000 Bitcoins worth $3.13 billion. And I think most of those people are going to hold their Bitcoin. I don't see them selling it off, but you never know. You aren't qualified to give me yeah, it's funny, because you got to be a really young kid to do memes. Hey, I can find memes too. Fidelity lists the Bitcoin ETF on their London exchange, marking a significant development in the cryptocurrency market. It's a big deal. All right, it's a big deal for Fidelity, as they're not only just getting nestled in their comfort zone in the US, but expanding to broader markets and using crypto to do so. So crypto is actually growing their company at this point. If you think about it, they wouldn't have been able to expand so nicely without cryptocurrency in their back pocket as an outlier. So pretty awesome, pretty amazing. Shout out to Jordan. Hung out with Jordan. Nice kid. Nice man, I should say. I guess I'm getting old though. All right. I just need a few heroes. Here's one of my heroes. And Jay, if you mentor or have one, I'm happy for you. Funny. Justin Sun, man. CAS is one of the few cryptos actually at all-time highs right now. A chart shows everything. Isn't that amazing? And I had pizza yesterday, just to make it clear. Okay. There we are, man. We're still battling this. It's so crazy. They don't want to stop me out. They don't want to give it up in men's. So we were going to come back here at 2 o'clock. I expect sideways price action until they mention the rate. And then as he talks, we're going to see price kind of flutter around. We may even make a live trade. I've done it many times during the rate hike. We watch the 1 minute, sometimes the 30-second. We keep bookmap up. We watch him talk, and then we also keep the charts up on the right. So I'll be back at 2 o'clock today to break it down. I love each and every one of you. May you have a blessed day. Have an amazing time with your family, with yourself, at work, whatever you're doing. But just know that you are the best. Thank you so much for everyone that supports me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all tomorrow on the next live stream. May God bless you all. Stay blessed. I'm over and out. Sam, cut it. Cut it.